This is Kiki the koala, Pip the bird, and Whiskers the cat. They are about to embark on their mission to find the lost stars and return them to the sky. The night was very still. No stars to be seen, no breeze to be felt, no sound to be heard. Holes filled the sky in every place a star used to be. The sky was gloomy, with no sparkle or wonder. Kiki looked up at the dark sky. Her big brown eyes searched for bright, shining stars. "Where are the stars?" she whispered. "The sky looks empty. What could have happened to all the stars?" "I don't know, but it's our mission to find them and return them to the sky, where they belong," Whiskers calmly replied. "Right then, off we go," chirped Pip. "Wait, let's start digging here and see if any stars are buried under the soil." "You never know, Pip," said Whiskers shyly. Pip pecked at the soil while Kiki and Whiskers used their sharp claws to dig deep into the soil. They dug and dug but couldn't find any hidden stars. Just then, Pip noticed a bright shining light from across the forest and said, "I can see a bright shining light glowing in the grass. I'm going to fly there really quickly. I really, really, really hope the glowing light is a star this time." With that, Pip flew away. "Wait for us, Pip," purred Whiskers loudly. Pip flew across the forest until she reached the dazzling sparkle of stardust rising from the grass. With excitement, Pip chirped, "Kiki, Whiskers, come see this." "Look," said Kiki. "Stardust is rising from the grass and floating into the sky, but no stars. How could this be? Maybe our digging helped the stardust escape." "We must keep looking," replied Pip. Kiki, Pip, and Whiskers were excited to find some stardust, but it wasn't stardust they were looking for. Kiki, Pip, and Whiskers kept looking for stars high in the trees but couldn't see any hiding. "Maybe there are tiny stars hidden in this tree," murmured Whiskers. "Let's have a look. I really do hope so," chirped Pip. "Wow," purred Whiskers. "There must be lots of tiny stars hidden in this tree," whispered Kiki. "Let's have a look. I really do hope so," chirped Pip. Sure enough, the hollow tree was full of tiny stars that glowed just a little, like fireflies, floating gently into the sky one by one. Kiki, Pip, and Whiskers watched in wonder as the last star floated into the now glowing starry sky. The three friends were excited to find more tiny hidden stars, so they continued looking. They walked under the starry sky through the tall grass until Kiki saw something shining. "Quickly, there are some glowing stars," said Kiki excitedly. Whiskers ran and jumped high to catch a star, but he missed. Pip flew swiftly next to them and said, "The bright light shining over there, maybe there are more stars." But once they reached the glowing light, they noticed hundreds of tall, sparkling yellow flowers everywhere, which had a refreshing yet strong scent that filled their entire body. Kiki excitedly picked up a bunch of yellow flowers, took a deep breath in to enjoy the aroma of the delightful flowers, and said calmly, "Maybe these bright yellow flowers turn into stars." Kiki threw the flowers into the air. To their amazement, the flowers turned into beautiful, shining golden stars and glided into the night sky. "Wow, that was amazing," they all said, taking a long, deep breath. Kiki and her friends were feeling sleepy after all that searching. They thought it would be a good idea to take a little nap on the grass before continuing their journey. So, Kiki, Pip, and Whiskers cuddled up together on the soft green grass and began falling asleep. As they drifted off to sleep, they all wondered where they would find the next hidden stars. As the friends slept, a strange light appeared in the sky, followed by a tremendous noise that woke the friends. "Oh, what was that?" the friends said, staring at the sky. "It's the sky telling us it's starting to get light. We must find all the stars before morning, or all is lost, and the stars will die," whimpered Kiki softly. The night was very still. No stars, no breeze, no sound. Kiki looked up at the dark sky. Her big brown eyes were wide. "Where are the stars?" she whispered. Pip fluttered down beside her. "I see something in the grass," she chirped. The friends strolled through the tall grass. Tiny stars were lying on the ground. They glowed gently on the grass. Kiki bent down and picked some up. They fell, she said softly. Let's help them go back home. Pip flapped her wings. She flew high and gently lifted the small stars into the sky. The stars shimmered on Pip as they floated into the night sky. Kiki stood still and let the stars rest on her back. Whiskers was astonished by the number of beautiful stars. He didn't do anything, he just watched the stars float into the air, one by one, like tiny glowing balls. The stars floated up swiftly, 1, then 2, then 10, up, 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 until the sky began to sparkle again. When the last star rose into the sky, the field began to glow. A soft path of light appeared, stretching across the grass. It shimmered like moonlight. Kiki and Whiskers looked at each other. Pip whispers, "It's a trail, let's follow it," said Whiskers. They walked together down the glowing path. Their paw prints glowed behind them. Kiki, Whiskers, and Pip were scared yet excited in anticipation of what they might find ahead. They didn't say a word. At the end of the path they found a small hill. On the hill was a round stone. It had one glowing word written on it. Kiki ran to the rock and read out loud, "Dreamroot." Kiki then touched letters. As she put her paws over the letters, her fingers started tingling. Kiki wondered what it could mean before she had a chance to say anything. Pip spotted another glowing rock not far away. Kiki was the first to reach the rock and read it out. Maybe this is where dreams begin. Again, Kiki had no idea of the meaning, but she knew something good would happen soon. Whiskers jumped onto the glowing rock and said, "Maybe when we return all the stars to the sky will make our dreams come true." Pip was excited. "What could I ask for?" "Let me think," she chirped eagerly. Then Pip flew onto the next glowing rock, which said Star Valley. As soon as she landed on the rock, sparks flew everywhere, and stars appeared from nowhere, filling the sky. At last, the sky was filled with its stars. There was one last stone that said, "Make a wish." Kiki and her friends stood proudly at the glowing stone, closed their eyes, and each made a wish. The friends had finally completed their mission. It was time to return home for a well-deserved sleep. Ready for their next adventure together.